Hi guys, Crystal McClure here with the Pemberton Homes Team and eXp Realty. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming back to see another video. Today I want to talk to you about spring. It might not quite feel like spring yet, but it's the perfect time to start talking about your spring home maintenance checklist. So today I'm going to go over a few items with you that will be very important for you to accomplish before the full thaw, and hear those words, before the full thaw, and I'll tell you why. Stick with me and you'll get the full list. Okay, so the first three items on our spring maintenance checklist are gonna have a lot to do with the melting snow. These things might not just be a one-time thing this spring. We've had a lot of snow this kind of late winter, and we're gonna have melting be a process. It's going to take a few weeks for it to really melt. You're going to kind of see what I mean as we get into them. So item number one, clean your gutters. You're going to want to make sure that those things are nice and clear. We might have some damage from ice this year because there are a lot of ice dams. We're seeing them around the cities. You know, those crazy icicles hanging off the roof. Those are usually a product of an ice dam of some sort, and they're caused by blocked gutters. And it's not that you did anything wrong necessarily, it's just that we had so much snow and kind of a warm cold mix where things were melting and then refreezing that it blocked up our gutters. So as the snow is starting to melt, clean out those gutters. Make sure that you look at them a few times. The second item on the checklist is going to be checking your roof from damage from those ice dams. There is likely going to be some damage maybe to your shingles near the edge of your roofs, or water intrusion, because as those ice dams are melting, you're going to have water sitting in one spot for extended periods of time, which could cause some water to get into your roof. So make sure you're really diligent about checking your roofs. The same line of thought, also check your trees from damage from the heavy snow and the heavy ice that we've had this year. So you're going to want to make sure no branches are overhanging on your roof so that we can avoid any additional roof damage. Okay, so number three on the list is going to be to check for proper operation of your sump pump. Along the same lines of keeping those gutters clear and checking your roof for damage, we're really talking a lot about avoiding water intrusion into the home. We all know number one enemy of a home is water, right? So there are ways to check your sump pump without it actually being needed at the moment to verify that it works as it's designed to work. So there's kind of two ways to do that. The first is in the older sump pump systems, there's going to be kind of like a float, it's called. You're going to want to wiggle the float and see if your sump pump turns on. The second way is in the newer sump pump designs, there's going to be a cap that's pretty sealed, and you're not going to want to open that cap to check the float. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at where the sump pump is plugged into the wall. Typically you're going to see two electrical plugs, one plugged into the other and then plugged into the wall. The one furthest from the wall is the actual sump pump plug. The second one works kind of like an electrical solenoid, meaning that it only works when something from the sump pump is sending a signal to open that circuit. So what you do is you just separate from each other the two plugs, and you take the one furthest from the wall and plug it directly into the wall, and that will turn on your sump pump. So that's a great way to check the operation of your sump pump. Next, your air conditioner. With spring comes the need for some AC. We're gonna get heating up in here. So you're gonna want to either yourself inspect, clean, and service that air conditioner, or go ahead and get an HVAC company out to clean, inspect, and service the air conditioner and make sure that things working before you really need it. With rising temperatures, it's also a great time to check your dryer lint to make sure that you don't have a fire hazard in your house. So most people know that in between every time you use your dryer, you should remove the lint trap and check it and clean it out because it's a fire hazard. But what a lot of people don't realize, or that they forget about, is there's actually an exhaust going from your dryer out of your house, and that exhaust can get filled with lint. And that's where the real fire hazard exists, because most people are remembering to do that smaller lint trap inside of the dryer, but they forget about the larger one, and then over time it just collects a lot of lint. So you can hire a company or you can clean that yourself, but it's super important to get that nice and clean so you don't have any fire issues. Next on the list is getting that lawn equipment nice and ready for springtime and summer. So tuning up your lawn equipment, mowers, leaf blowers, all of those things that are going to be needed in the near future. Go ahead and get that done this spring as well. And finally on the list are items that aren't necessarily related to spring, but are regular maintenance items. One of them is something you do quarterly, and the other is something you should be doing monthly. The first is looking at your smoke detectors and testing them, verifying that if they are hardwired, that those wires are holding up to time, and if they are battery operated, that all of your batteries are new and charged, and you're not worried about any smoke detectors failing in case of a fire. The final thing on the list is our furnace filters. These are things that you should be changing on a monthly basis, even during the warm months when we feel like we're not using our furnace, so there's no need to change them. Don't forget that your air conditioner is using the same HVAC system throughout your home. Those HVAC runs to push air through your home, coming through the same vents, right? Heat comes out of the same vents as your air conditioning, meaning that your furnace filter needs to be changed still on a monthly basis to ensure proper airflow and to keep all those gross germs out of the air. All right, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for joining me once again. I hope that you're able to get these items done to make sure that your home is in proper working condition and the best living conditions for you and your family. Enjoy your spring. I'm excited for some warmer temperatures, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment if you'd like to see any other videos from me. Thanks. Bye, guys.